And essentially that's what I did there, and I lost one of the most valuable mentors that I've ever had in my life. Alright, what's going on everyone? Samir Chibane here, founder of the eCom Incubator, where we help people start and scale their businesses. Alright, now I'm here, my place in Los Angeles, Main Street right here, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, but just got my coffee, doing some reading, and I wanted to do a video on really how to not ruin your relationship with your mentor. Okay, I know there's a lot of great content out there talking about how you need to find a mentor, the importance of a mentor, and what kind of mentor to look for, right? But there's nothing really out there about how do you keep that mentor, and how do you not fuck things up with your mentor at the end of the day, all right? Because the truth is that, you know, mentors are really doing you a priceless favor of taking you under their wing. They're taking time, energy, and focus away from their business to help you, to selflessly help you get to the next level, all right? Now, this story here is going to be a little bit personal. I am not going to refer to the name of my mentor because I don't want to take away the lesson. I don't want to take away from the lesson here. But if you've been following me for a while, you probably have a good idea, all right? Now, how I found this mentor was actually I would say about a year and a half, 2 years ago, at a 2-day mastermind out here in Los Angeles. Okay, it cost me and my business partner about $5,000 a ticket. Kind of similar to the e-commerce workshop we're hosting this weekend in Los Angeles and the next in New York City, which you can grab your tickets for, by the way, by clicking below or above, depending on where you're watching this. And you can even grab a live stream, all right? You can even grab a live stream and watch it from the comfort of your home, and I'll send you the ebooks and stuff like that. But anyways, so I'm at this mastermind event, and essentially we go out to dinner after the event is over, and you know, I'm sitting across the table from this gentleman that I had seen before. Okay, I had seen him on Instagram and on Facebook, but I couldn't tell from where. So long story short, that was actually the moment where Juan and I were doing well over $200,000 with our e-commerce stores. Probably one of our biggest. It was definitely our biggest month since we had started, because it was about 3 months into the deal. First month we really just were failing. Second month, just starting understanding what we were really doing. But the third month is when we, you know, things clicked and we scaled a winning product up to 225K. But that's a whole nother story for another time. But at this mastermind, I was sitting across from him. We got to know one another, and he was like, okay, what do you guys do? So we said e-commerce. He goes, hey, you know what, go grab your laptop, I want to see your Facebook ads. And so here we are, just opening up our Facebook, just showing him the Facebook ads that I mean, you know, they generated great results, but we didn't think it would be anything of significance to him and what he's been able to accomplish. He's made well over $1 billion online. So the fact that he was really, you know, interested in seeing how we were able to get those results was really what, you know, kind of made me think, hey, like, I want this guy to be my mentor, because he understands what we're doing here, and he is also humble enough to, you know, be able to learn from us as well. So if we can provide some value in a sense, then maybe he'll be willing to, you know, mentor us as well. And that's exactly actually what happened. So the day after the workshop, after we exchange our contact info, he gives me a call and says, hey, I'm gonna set you up with a Facebook ad account for my business. And you know, I get in there and he's like, you know what, don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about driving any insane results like you guys are doing right now. Just focus. And they were doing like $1 million a month. Okay, so, well, and they've been doing it consecutively for about a year or so. I guess what I'm trying to say, it was no small operation. It was definitely a big operation that he wanted to, you know, include me in there and give me the opportunity to create some results for him, to be able to, you know, hopefully prove to him that I'm worth, you know, his mentorship. And so fast forward about a week or two, I started optimizing their funnels, making some things happen on, you know, their business, on their Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and I was generating some results for them. And you know, as time went along, I was able to better understand their product, their service. So I was able to, you know, get some pretty decent results. He actually flew me in, got me a hotel and just really treated me as somebody that that's valuable, right? My whole life I'd been feeling like I was invaluable and, you know, really wasn't capable of much, and here he is, you know, flying us out, getting us a hotel. So, you know, that was the first time that I really felt like I was valued by somebody else that was actually successful, that I admired. And so, you know, my ego was getting big at the same time, right? I'm like, oh, look at this super successful guy, like, you know, he's you know, telling us how great we are and how much we're capable of. And so my ego really got big, and I wasn't very aware of it. And so, you know, fast forward a couple months later of just going up to his office, right, working with his team, creating some results, you know, doing some projects together and hanging out. We really, I mean, we cultivated a relationship that was deeper than just a money factor. It was a personal, like I really felt like I was establishing a personal relationship with him in terms of, you know, I was like his little his younger brother, or his nephew in a sense. And you know, things started picking up, and he really saw me as somebody, again, of value to his team. And he wanted me to essentially partner up with him, or become a big, not partner up with him, just become a big part of a project that he had in mind. And so, again, remember how I said, right, my ego was inflating this whole time that, you know, we're getting all this massive results with our e-commerce business. I mean, we're helping other people duplicate their system within the e-com incubator. And, you know, we're helping other businesses generate results as well with our e-commerce strategy such as his. And so, you know, like, just my whole ego was engulfing, because I felt like a sense of grandiosity, as Robert Greene would say in this book here, The Human Laws of Nature. And really, I got my head got big. And so, you know, when he offered me this project here, really at first I was kind of underestimating what the project would consist of, and I didn't really take note of it. I wasn't careful, I wasn't analyzing it, I didn't think things through. I was just excited to finally get the chance to be able to, you know, work on a project with him instead of like for him, in a sense. And I said yes, right? I said yes, you know what, let's do it, I'm down, you know, I'm down to roll. And so right away he said, okay, the first thing I want you to do is move from LA to where our offices are at, so you can be able to come in on a day-to-day basis, and essentially, you know, you're going to be running the majority of the operations. And then he sent me an offer packet, because although he had been, you know, not at first, I remember clearly at first when he offered the chance for us to you know, hop in and help him optimize his products and his funnels and his ads. You know, at first I was thinking about how can I charge this guy for what I'm about to provide him with. And something clicked on my head to say, hey, you know what, just do it for the sense of providing value up front. And so that's a big lesson for you guys, is if you're looking for a mentor, just offer value to them. See what you can provide for them before you ask for their guidance and their mentorship, okay? Show some value, some upfront value, or provide some upfront value. But fast forward a couple of weeks later, you know, he made the offer to actually start paying us a monthly retainer to be able to, you know, again, continually optimize and just kind of, you know, be creative alongside his team and what he was doing as well. So, you know, now, then fast forward a couple months later, you know, when I accepted the offer to join him on the deal, to do the deal with him, I said yes real quick, and essentially a week after that, things just got a little bit too crazy. Things just got a little bit too crazy. And, you know, we had all different kinds of clients calling me directly. All the employees were reporting to me directly, trying to figure out what they need to do. And so it was this huge sense of responsibility just dumped on me right away. And also, you know, again, the fact that I said yes right away to the offer that he gave me, which was not really comparable, like in the dollar amount of how much I was getting be paid in terms of the salary, although I was, you know, I was in no terms suspicious that he wouldn't take great care of me and give me bonuses and all these things as long as the results were there. But ultimately, you know, I was comparing the dollar amount that I was making from our e-commerce businesses and, you know, our consulting services, and I compared it to the yearly salary, and it made absolutely no sense to me. I mean, we were making way more, but ideally, we didn't really know. We didn't really have. It was just Juan and I, our, you know, my business partner and I, but we had no, you know, nobody that was leading us or mentoring us in 10x levels. And so I thought I would first, when I said yes to the deal, I thought I would be able to do both things at once. And I quickly realized that I would not be able to do it. And so I picked up the phone, and because I was freaking out and I was so anxious and so confused and so overwhelmed, picked up the call and I called him and I said, hey, I can't do this deal anymore. This is fucking overwhelming. I'm sorry. I think I jumped the gun on this, man. I still want to, you know, work with you and you know, still be able to stay in touch with you and have you as, I didn't say this word for word, but I would still like you to be my mentor. And he calls me and he was very, very upset because I had given him a commitment and I went against it. And essentially my ego got so big that, you know, I thought I could do so much, and because, you know, here he was telling me of how much I was capable of, but, you know, I overestimated what that meant and what I was really capable of. And so, you know, I took on too much responsibility, and it caused me to go back on my word, on my commitment. And essentially, when you're dealing with people that are very, very serious, word is bond, right? Your commitment is everything. And so if you go against it, how can they trust you moving forward? And I knew that right away. And I knew that I had damaged my relationship with him right away. And so till this day, I mean, things have never been the same. But, you know, I can still reach out to him. You know, we still text every now and then. I wish him, you know, during the holidays. But, you know, things are never the same. And it was really for this one specific point of breaking my commitment. Instead of, it would have been a whole lot better to just say no than to say yes and break my word. And essentially, you know, really I'm recording this video here, you guys, to you know, first of all, let you know that, hey, you know, just because your mentor is kind enough to take you under their wing does not mean that you can fuck around and play around with their time and be flip-floppy and act childish. And essentially that's what I did there, and I lost one of the most valuable mentors that I've ever had in my life. Now, it was a learning lesson for sure, without a doubt, and any other mentor that I've came across after that point, you know, I made sure to only say yes when I'm 100% committed, and say no when I'm uncertain, or take time to make a decision and analyze it all the way through. And so I guess that's the lesson here. All right, your word is bond, your commitment is everything. And just because a mentor is kind, and after you know, find a mentor and you figure out what kind of mentor you're looking for, and you get them to agree to mentor you, you got to be careful with you know, playing around with their time, their energy, their focus, their business, their money. So don't take it lightly. All right, they are doing you a favor, and don't feel entitled to it, like I did. All right, because it bit me in the ass. And so with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys got value out of this video here. Again, something that I hadn't never really thought I would be sharing this story, especially not on YouTube, but I thought it would only make sense to kind of share the other spectrum of what kind of mentor, how to find a mentor, and, like, you know, talk about how do you keep that mentor and not ruin your relationship with your mentor, because, you know, you can. All right, so with that being said, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, become an e-com incubating. That's the clan name. Ecom Incubates. Yeah. But with that being said, make sure you also grab your ticket, all right, to the e-commerce workshops coming up. And if not, grab your live stream as well, so you can tune in from the comfort of your own home. Excuse me. And also be sure to grab your tickets to the e-commerce workshops coming up. And also be sure to grab your tickets to the next e-commerce workshops coming up near you. And if not, grab your live stream all access pass so you can tune in from the comfort of your own home. Now, obviously, it's great to be able to attend a workshop live, but at the same time, you'll never ever be able to, you know, get the experience of us hanging out, right? Us working one-on-one together and actually be able to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. So grab your ticket above or below depending where you're watching this, and I'll see you there. Peace out.